Next morning, Vine slowly opened her eyes and found herself hugging Ivan in her chest and Ivan hugging her back. She looked at Taeyang, found him hugging both of them. She was about to push Ivan but couldn't. She looked down at his sleeping baby face with a pout on his lips. She slowly tried to place him down in the bed from her embrace, but Ivan woke up and found Wine hugging him. In his half-sleepy eyes, he cutely tapped her cheek softly with a smile. Ivan, you are so soft, Mama. Sleepy smile. Taeyang also woke up and found Wine looking at Ivan while smiling softly and Ivan caressing her cheek. Taeyang, Ivan. Wine finally came back to her sense and softly pushed him out of her embrace. Without looking at them or saying anything, she left from there. Few days later, Taeyang and Ivan waiting for Wine to join them in dinner, but she didn't came even though after returning back home, Taeyang and Ivan they didn't saw her. Taeyang, wait for Appa, I'm going to call Auntie. Ivan nodded his head okay. Taeyang slowly opened the door of her room and found her laying in the bed while covering her body with the blanket. Taeyang, Miss Wyan, are you okay? Wyan, I'm okay. Taeyang went near the bed and checked on her. He bent down at her to check her temperature. Taeyang, Miss Wyan, you got fever. Wyan, I'm okay. Taeyang sighed and went outside and Wyan again hid herself inside the blanket. Sometime later, door opened. Wyan, I said I'm fine, Mr. Kim. She felt someone sat on the bed beside her. She bring her head out of the blanket and found Ivan sitting in the bed and looking at her. Wyan, what are you doing here? Ivan, Appa told me you got fever, so Appa went to bring doctor and I came here to check on you. Ivan bring his hand near her forehead and check her temperature. Ivan, OMG, you are burning, Mom, Auntie. Wyan looked at him for some moment, then again looked away from him. After some time later, Taeyang entered inside the room along with the doctor. Ivan stood beside Taeyang and doctor started checking up on her. Doctor, fever got her weak. Give her medicine time to time which I gave and make her eat lot of food. Taeyang, thank you doctor. Taeyang and doctor left outside. After leaving doctor outside, Taeyang came back inside the room with foods. He sat down on the bed beside her. She is sitting in the bed while her back resting on the headboard. She tried to eat by herself but couldn't. Taeyang took the spoon and plate from her hand and started feeding her. She was shocked but slowly started eating. Taeyang looked at Ivan. Taeyang, my boy, Appa already served the dinner at table. Go to eat by herself today or wait for me until I finish feeding Auntie. Wan somehow felt sad they didn't have their dinner. Ivan, it's okay, Appa. I will eat by myself today. Ivan left outside while Ryan looked at the young found him just feeding her without looking at her face. Suddenly she felt like poop. Before she could say anything, she couldn't hold back and vomits on him. When it's done, she slowly looked at the young found him looking at her with worried face. There is no disgust in his face. Taeyang, are you done? Do you want to poke more? Wan slowly nodded her head as no, and Taeyang handed her tissue. She wiped her mouth and Taeyang gave her medicine and water. She ate her medicine and lay down again while her eyes looking at him. Taeyang, if you need anything, just call for me. With that, Taeyang left outside while Wan thinking how good and caring he is. She fell asleep due to fever. Next day, today is weekend and wine is better than yesterday. Wine sitting in the living room and Taeyang was about to go outside for buying groceries, but Wine stopped him. Wine, I need this. She gave him one list along with a credit card and pin written down in the list. Taeyang took the list and gave her back the credit card. Then, without saying anything, he left. Wine, those are expensive. But he left. She sat down on the couch. Tiredly, she looked around but didn't find Ivan. She stood up and walked inside the Taeyang room. She came inside the room and found Ivan sleeping. She sighed while looking at sleeping Ivan. Wine, why your father is so stubborn, kid? He should have taken the card. Ivan slowly opened his eyes while stretching his body cutely. Ivan, Appa. He searched for his father, but the young wasn't there. He again called for him. Ivan, Appa. He sat up and found Wine standing near the door. He asked her softly, Ivan, where is Appa? Ivan used to wake up by someone by his side, but he didn't find his father beside him today. Wine felt hurt seeing his teary eyes. She walked near the bed and sat down beside him. Wine, he went to buy groceries. Ivan, now who will help me to do my morning routine? Wine rolled her eyes and took him in his arms. Ivan felt scared, but he didn't say anything. She took him inside the bathroom and helped him with his morning routine. While all the time Ivan was silent because he is still scared of her. After that, Wine take him to living room. Wine placed him down on the couch and went inside the kitchen for bringing breakfast for him. After some time later, she came back with a bowl full of milk and choco chips. Living with them, she got to know everything. This is the first time she is doing this. Ivan started eating and Wine sat down on the couch, but suddenly doorbell rang. She stood up and went to open the door. She got shocked seeing the person, her parents standing at the doorstep. Wine, what are you doing here? Wine, mother. Sweetie, we came here to see you. Wine wants to hug them tightly, but she controls herself. Wine, what do you want? Wine, dad, won't you let us in? Wine stepped aside and they came inside, then sat down on the couch. Wine also sat down beside them while they are looking around the house. Wine, mom, how are you, my daughter? I heard you got fever last night. Mr.kim informed us and we came here to see you. Wine, I'm fine. Wine, dad, where is Mr.kim? Wine, he went to buy groceries. Ivan, Mama, Auntie, I want water. Wine stood up and went to bring water for him. Wine dad and mom looked at Ivan while he looked down. Wine mother stood up and sat beside him. She softly pats his head. Wine mom, what is your name? Ivan, Kim Ivan. Wine came back with a glass of water and handed him. He drank the water and placed the empty glass on the table. Wine dad, come here, Ivan. Ivan slowly stood up and walked near him. Wine dad picked him up and made him sit on his lap. Wine dad, how are you? Ivan, I'm fine. He's feeling little bit scared meeting unknown people. Wine got it. She slowly took him in her arms and hugged him near her chest. Ivan wrapped his arm around her neck, hugged her back. Meanwhile, Taeyang came back and found the door open. He entered inside the house and found her parents in the living room while Ivan in her arms. He couldn't believe his eyes. Everyone looked at Taeyang. Taeyang, sir, good morning. Wine dad, good morning. Taeyang, I'm coming back. He went inside the kitchen to place the groceries. After some time later, he came back in the living room with a food tray in his hand and placed the cold drinks and food items on the table in front of them. Ivan, Appa. Taeyang took him in his arms from Wine and sat down on the couch. Taeyang talks with them while Wine just sitting there without saying anything. She's mad at them. They did lunch together and then her parents left. Wine went inside the room and locked the door. Seeing her face, Taeyang can say she is sad. Wine wiped her tears when she heard a knock on the door. Wine, come in. Taeyang come inside while a bag in his hand. Taeyang, here is your things. Wine took the shopping bag from his hand. Wine, you should have taken the card. These things are very expensive. Taeyang, check the things inside the bag. Taeyang ignored her talks and after saying this, he left from there. Wine, stupid. Few days later, today is Ivan's birthday. Taeyang arranging everything for his birthday party. Ivan invites his three school friends and teacher Lana. Beside that, Jack, Taeyang and her parents. Wine is unknowingly a little bit upset because nobody tells her about Ivan's birthday. She got to know in the morning because she was sleeping but wake up hearing Taeyang's wishing happy birthday by singing a song. It's almost evening. Everyone is start to coming which make Ivan happy. While Taeyang cooking in the kitchen, Ivan went inside Wayan's room. He found her sitting in the bed while looking outside of the window. She looked at him. Wine, what? Ivan, won't you come outside? It's my birthday. Wine wants to smile, but she didn't. Wine, do you want me to join? Ivan, yes. Wine, fine, go, I'm coming. Where is your father? Ivan, he's cooking. Wine nodded her head and Ivan left from there. Wine stood up and started searching for a good dress. Time skip. Wine came outside after getting ready and found living room decorated with balloons and almost everybody there. Ivan, friend, Ivan, your mama is very beautiful. Ivan giggled and Jack stood up and greeted her. Wine sat down beside Ivan without saying anything. Lana, who is she, Ivan? Ivan, Appa's wife. Lana felt like her heartbeats stopped. She looked at Wine ups and down while Wine just sitting there ignoring them. Lana stood up and started heading towards kitchen. Unknowingly Wine stood up and went behind her. Lana, Mr. Kim. Taeyang looked at her and smiled. Taeyang, yes, Miss Lana. Do you want to say something? Lana, when did you got married? Taeyang stopped for a moment and again he started working. She knows Lana likes him and he likes her too. He likes her cause she take care of Ivan just like a mother. They didn't confess to each other but they know each other's feelings. It's not like he loves her. Maybe he could love her once they would get married. But things are now have changed. He can't cheat on his wife. Taeyang, a month ago. Lana, oh, that's good, said Ton. At least you should have told me. Taeyang, it was so sudden, Miss Lana. Lana, Mr. Kim, you knew I Before she could complete, Wine was inside the kitchen. Lana wiped her tears and Taeyang looked at Wine. She looked at her up and down. Taeyang, I will talk with you later, Miss Lana. Lana nodded her head and went outside. Taeyang, do you need anything? Wine didn't say anything, took the water bottle and sat down on the chair and started drinking. Taeyang, my parents are coming. I hope they won't get disappointed by my wife. Wine rolls her eyes back and looked other side. Wine, my parents are out of the country, so they won't be here. Time skip. Birthday party went very well and surprisingly Wine behaved good with Taeyang's parents even though she didn't talk with him much but they are happy having Wine as their daughter-in-law. Wine's eyes were all the time on Taeyang and Lana but seeing Taeyang's eyes, she can easily say he's not into her anymore, but Lana is still all over him, which make Wine unknowingly annoyed. After that party, everyone left and Wine told Ivan to come in her room. Ivan slowly entered inside her room. Wine, come sit here. Ivan walked near the bed and sat down. Wine stood up and walked near the cupboard and came back with a shopping bag in her hand. She sat down beside him and gave him the bag. Ivan, for me? Wine nodded her head as yes. He started opening the bag and found a new remote control car. He became happy and started jumping on the bed due to happiness, which made Wine smile. Wine, are you happy? Ivan, yes, happily jumping. Due to happiness, he hugged her and unknowingly Wine also hugged him back happily while caressing his back. Ivan broke the hug. Ivan, I will show this to Appa. He was about to run outside but Wine held his hand and placed a Cadbury chocolate in his hand. Wine, happy birthday. Ivan, Appa, look, Auntie gave me this remote control car as a gift and chocolate. Taeyang, really? Ivan, yes, Appa, I love Mama so much. Unknowingly he said that, but Taeyang sadly smiled and hugged him while he is playing. 2 days later, they are having dinner as like always Wine just quietly eating, ignoring them. Ivan, Appa, tomorrow is the annual day at my school. Teacher says bring everyone's parents there. I'm going to perform at the stage. You will come, right? Taeyang, of course, how can I miss my baby's performance? I will be there tomorrow. Wine expecting them asked her to come with them, but they didn't, which made her upset. Next day, Wine is standing outside of the kindergarten school. After thinking a lot, she decided to come here. She smiled and happily went inside. Wine sat down on the chair while her eyes finding Taeyong, but seems like he's still not here. Soon program start and she smiled seeing Ivan in a cute bear costume. Suddenly someone shouted for Ivan from beside her. Best of luck, Ivan. Wine looked beside her and found Lana. Wine, you? What are you doing here? Lana also got surprised seeing Wine. Lana, I came here for Ivan. Mr. Kim called me a while ago and told me to attend here cause he won't be able to make it here. Wine clenching her fist due to anger and looked at the stage. Soon program ended and everyone taking their childs. Ivan got happy seeing Lana and Wine. Lana was about to hold Ivan's hand but Wine pushed her hand away. Wine took Ivan's hand in her and looked at Lana with glare. Wine, stay away from my kid.